I don't know about you, but every time I travel, I feel like I need to have a reset. So today I'm sharing with you my post-travel reset. So the first thing that I do is unpack all of my bags. Literally, I just have to take my suitcase and unpack it the second I get home. I hang up all my clothes. I put my dirty clothes in the wash or in the dry cleaning bin that we have, but everything has to go away. Even all of my hair tools, my makeup, like anything that I took with me just has to go back to its original home. I take my suitcase, I put that away just so there's no clutter in my house. Everything is back where it belongs and my space is super clean and clear again, and I don't have any luggage sitting around or shoes, clothes, anything that would just be sitting out from the trip. After that, I just started doing this. It's something new that I started doing. This parasite cleanse. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so gross, but I just learned about this recently. Like, you should be doing parasite cleanses. They say 2 to 3 times a year. So I started doing this. I'll link the one that I'm using below. It's so gross. I mixed mine with a little bit of orange juice just to like kind of mask the flavor a little bit. So disgusting, but I figured after traveling, this was a really great time to do it. And like I said, it's really gross. I'm gonna link it below. But 2 to 3 times a year, you're supposed to do it. So next, I order my groceries. If you haven't seen my printable that I have for my weekly menu, you definitely have to download this. But I just go on my phone. I use either like an Instacart or even Amazon because they deliver for Whole Foods. And I just figure out what I need for the week. So I write everything out first on this printable, on this weekly dinner planner. So I know what I'm going to be eating, like what the family is going to be eating every single day, figure out what the groceries are that go with it, and then just order it through like the Instacart or Amazon on my phone. And then this is just the easiest way, especially when traveling. Sometimes I'll even order the food to the house before we get there, or when I am traveling, have the food at the destination that we're going to, just so I know it's going to be stocked with the food that we need, or when we come home, we're not coming home to an empty fridge. So this is just something that I've done for the past few years. It's really helpful and also helps me to get a good reset because I'm eating all the foods that my body is used to eating, versus like when we were traveling, maybe there's more food that I was eating that's typically not in my day-to-day like diet per se, but this is just a really easy way to just get back on track. Then of course the food is delivered right to my doorstep. All I have to do is unpack it and put it away. I love to also do just like a fridge cleanse after I travel, because of course all the food, depending on how long you've been away, the food is old and gross and moldy probably. So I just get all the new groceries and then I go into my fridge and even my pantry, and I just like to do a clean sweep, like get everything out that is old, put everything in that's new, and just have a fresh start to the week, because I know exactly what I'm cooking. The kids can go in there, get apples, cheese sticks, whatever they need, and it's just a fresh batch of food. So this is really important too in a reset, just to have all of your clean fruits and vegetables stocked and ready to go. The other thing that I want to mention is I clean all of my fruits and veggies. This wash that I do, I absolutely love. It takes a little bit of time, but it's definitely worth it. So you're just gonna run it in water. I use baking soda and some vinegar, and you'll see it kind of like bubbles up a little bit, like it gets a little bit fizzy, and you're gonna just let that sit in there for about 15 minutes. All the pesticides come off. It's so gross. After I dump this out, the bottom of the bowl is black. That's how much like junk and pesticides are on our berries, especially the berries. But I do this for our strawberries, our blueberries, our apples, really just any of the food that we're going to be eating that's come from the grocery store. I just like to do a nice cleanse on it. I do the raspberries and the blueberries together, and it just makes it a little bit easier. Pat them off. You're going to dry them off. Again, let them sit for a few minutes, and then I just put them in a glass container. Make sure that you stay away from plastic. I line it with some paper, just some paper towel, and then I put it in the glass bowl or glass container, and then just pop that in the fridge, and it stays fresh all week. So I highly recommend this method of cleaning, just because it keeps it fresher for longer, and you just can see all the junk that comes off it. It's really gross. So definitely check this out for a new way of cleaning and storing your fruits and your vegetables. So every time I travel, of course, I always have my vitamins with me, but I just wanted to share this with you too, because this is a huge part of just staying on my routine and making sure I'm always feeling good, whether I'm at home or I'm traveling. So it's really important just to be consistent with your vitamins. And of course, also with your workouts. I am obsessed with my workouts. I do them every single day, but there's just nothing better than the consistency of like being in your home gym, working out, stretching. Like I love that. And typically when I'm traveling, I'm still moving my body. Like we went for some hikes, we went for walks, but I love lifting weights, you guys. So this is one of the things that is my constant and I absolutely love doing. The next thing that I want to share with you in my reset is my brush cleaning. Every time after I travel, I come home and I do like a deep clean of my brushes. So I just take them all out of my travel kit that I have and I give them a really good wash, and then I let them just sit and air dry overnight. And this is something that, I don't know, it just makes me feel so good knowing that I have these super clean brushes. And then after I wash them and I let them set out and dry, I just put them back into like my beauty where my beauty makeup section is at home. So this is really important just because you want to have clean brushes once you get back from traveling, and it's going to make you feel so good. The next thing is really important is hydration. And as you guys know, I'm not the best at this, but I've been getting better. I bought these really fun like ice balls, and you can customize the flavors. I made so many different kinds. Like I have lemon and cucumber and mint. And I just wanted to show you that, in addition to staying hydrated and drinking while you travel, it's just important every day to have hydration. And this is one way for me to stay on track with this. And these were just really fun to make. I can't wait to make even more flavors of these. But I did just like a mix, and I have these throughout the week that I use. Plus I have, of course, my hydration, my IVs that I get, which is so, so important for me after travel because I get so dehydrated. So between my IVs, these really fun like infusions of the ice balls and my vitamins, all these things just help me stay consistent and on track, especially after I'm coming home from traveling. It's really nice to have that consistency no matter where you're at. The other thing that's really important to mention is when you're getting back in the swing of things at work, knowing what your schedule is. So we were gone for the holidays and I did some work while I was gone, but just being able to get back into the rhythm and the groove of being able to have your schedule when you jump back into work is going to be super helpful. And then finally, of course, my meals, having a delicious home-cooked, like hearty meal to have for my family is so, so important. I have been obsessed with my slow cooker and my like air fryer and all the things that have just been making my life so much easier to make these really yummy, delicious, healthy foods for myself and my family. So of course I had to end the day with this really easy pot roast. I put this recipe on my Instagram so you can check it out there. Super easy. Probably took me like 5 minutes to prep, and then it just cooks all day and it makes your house smell so good. So check out those recipes on Instagram. I hope this reset helps you. This is my go-to, the things that I do to have my reset. I hope that this helps you too.